Tips Tuesday on harpening. Today I'm going to share 2 tips because it's the first time that I'm doing it and because I actually got a question regarding the last video. In my last video I introduced the cookie series and I showed you how to play the piece, but it wasn't completely clear that there's actually sheet music available for this piece. You can find it at harpening.com under downloads. And apart from the sheet music, you can also find a worksheet there in which I show you which technique to look out for when you're practicing the piece. And I also share the recipe that I used as an inspiration for this cookie. So maybe you can make it yourself if you feel like it. The next tip that I want to give you is some advice on how to get yourself to close your hand the way that I showed you in the video. So what I'm doing in the video is I'm closing my fingers long. So as you can see, they're like long inside the hand. Now, what I notice on a lot of beginner harpists is that you actually play your fingers like this, curled up, which is not really good for relaxation. It makes for a more tension in your hand. One way to get yourself to play with your fingers long is to do this. As you can see, I've made dots inside my hand. These are actually little stickers that I've put on the place where my fingers should go. Now, if I place my fingers on them, I can actually feel them there. So this is an advantage. If you're trying to practice, you can actually feel if you're hitting the right spot because you're hitting the sticker. If I'm doing this, it feels differently than when I'm doing this. The other thing that it helps for is reminding you visually where to put your finger. So when you're playing, you can actually see that you need to go to the dots instead of placing them there. So if you want to feel the physical reminder, buying the little dot stickers and putting them on your hand will help. If you feel like only the visual reminder is enough, you could also just use a marker and put little dots where your finger should go. And you can play and see what you're doing while you're playing. I hope you enjoyed this video and I see you next week on Tips Tuesday.